2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Herbert has it knocked free. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Eckler. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. The 30. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another 6, and now the kick is away. From way up at the 23. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer the...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter who can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger under a heavy ride rush, and down he goes.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Herbert on the option. He's going to run with it. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Henry. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
This one caught by Ridley, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. To try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1.
Washington, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
The kicker on for the point action.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Herbert throwing again. And he'll find Moreau here. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
On the tackle.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Washington first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Herbert's pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Another Cardinals first down.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. So a couple, and it's second. They'll run with Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Henry with a run on first down, but he's not going anywhere as they'll get to him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, Washington.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And his throw here is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On second down, here's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Touchdown, Washington.
Herbert's pass.
Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate. Save the full reflection for later, and make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Cardinals 34. Washington 7. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possessions so the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target.
But it's going to be second down.
Second down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cardinals 41, Washington 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Washington first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Herbert. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Washington 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And a good return. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33.
You can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Cardinals 48, Washington 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there. A pass interference call.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st down.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Derrick Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Now it's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The ball carrier.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Henry. Oh, good move.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Henry. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because
looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this announcer kind of speechless. Cannot explain what just happened there. Utter lunacy. He ran the wrong way, the length of the field, and gave up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Herbert on 1st down now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down.
Here's Herbert. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Herbert. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Herbert throwing again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Herbert back to the air. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Touchdown, Washington.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
You know, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Sanchez sent to kickoff.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing.
EA Sports.